In today's news, there are reports of Saudi and Iranian authorities making significant progress in their efforts to foster peace in the Middle East. This development comes just a year after the restoration of diplomatic ties, which had been strained by regional misunderstandings and conflicts between the two Muslim nations. This reconciliation has been widely praised by many across the world and in the region, seen as a crucial turning point in the pursuit of peace in the Middle East. The truth is that both nations need each other to realize their shared goal of a prosperous Muslim world. Iran, as a republic, has long aspired to be a regional leader, while the theocratic Kingdom of Saudi Arabia naturally upholds its exceptional role as the cradle of Islamic civilization. To stay updated on the latest developments in Palestine and ensure that others are informed, please like and share this video and subscribe for more updates. Although Iran and Saudi Arabia may be divided by geopolitics, their common Islamic faith unites them. The current situation in the Gaza Strip and, to some extent, the entire Palestinian region is reaching a critical juncture. Saudi Arabia seeks a peaceful and stable region, with a shift away from the focus on oil, conflict, and terrorism towards development, innovation, openness, and technology. Saudi Arabia, under the leadership of the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman, has made significant investments in education, technology, and innovation. He serves as the chairman of the King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, KUST, Board of Trustees, where he has introduced a new strategy for the university. This strategy aims to translate research into economically productive innovations, focusing on national priorities such as health and wellness, sustainable environment, energy, and the industries of the future. To facilitate this, the Crown Prince has established a $200 million fund to support investments in local and international high-tech firms, thereby promoting economic diversification and the creation of high-quality technical jobs. These efforts demonstrate Saudi Arabia's commitment to shifting its focus from oil dependency to prioritize tourism, innovation, and technology. While progress has been made in achieving these objectives, it has not been without some challenges, particularly in reconciling these goals with the traditionally conservative nature of Saudi Arabian society. Saudi also needs Iran to bring its proxies scattered across the Middle East to accept peace and allow for economic renaissance. Iran is said to be in control of Hezbollah, which the Iranian Revolutionary Guard formed during the Lebanese Civil War in the 1980s. Iran also controls the Houthi government in Yemen, which is considered a nemesis by Saudi Arabia. The Houthis have on many occasions proven to be a significant threat to Saudi Arabia, as they have targeted sensitive infrastructure and economic assets with considerable success. Last year, Saudi Arabia made a peace gesture towards the Houthis. However, the situation in Gaza, where Saudi Arabia seems to maintain a neutral stance, has irked the Houthis, leading to a recent exchange of fire with the Saudis. Allegedly, Saudi Arabia shot down some drones and ballistic missiles fired from Yemen towards Israel, further escalating tensions and reinforcing the need to engage Iran to resolve the Yemeni impasse. Saudi Arabia is also concerned about Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza, believing that a positive relationship with Iran could foster regional unity and economic prosperity. On the other hand, Iran has been severely affected by Western sanctions, leading to a declining economy. Its major revenue source, oil, is dwindling due to sanctions on its trade and investments. Therefore, Iran urgently needs Saudi Arabia to bring in much-needed capital and attractive investments to the isolated Shiite republic. To reconcile their differences, they must go beyond merely reopening their embassies, which were previously attacked by radicals in both countries. Saudi Arabia and Iran appear to have found common ground in the Gaza crisis. Iran's desire to end Arab-Israeli normalization seems to be coming to fruition, with Israel's belligerent behavior resulting in the loss of over 10,000 Palestinian lives. including 4,000 children, due to a brutal response to a counter-offensive by Hamas militants in Israel. It is a dire situation. Recent news has emerged that Iranian President Ebrahim Raisi is expected to attend a summit in the Saudi capital this Sunday, addressing the Israel-Hamas war. This marks Raisi's first visit to the Gulf Kingdom since the two countries agreed to restore diplomatic relations after 7 years of severed ties, with the deal brokered by China and announced in March. The summit is organized by the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, a 57-member bloc of predominantly Muslim countries based in the Saudi coastal city of Jeddah. It is scheduled to take place one day after an emergency meeting of Arab League leaders on the war, also in the Saudi capital, Riyadh. The OIC has repeatedly spoken out against attacks on civilians in Gaza. Raisi and Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, held their first phone call on October 12th, during which both leaders voiced their support for the Palestinian cause. According to the Iranian state news agency IRNA, they discussed the need to end war crimes against Palestine. Neither country officially recognizes Israel, although Saudi Arabia was engaged in discussions facilitated by the United States regarding potential normalization before the outbreak of the conflict. Iran has long been a source of financial and military support for Hamas. Saudi officials are deeply concerned about the possibility of the conflict expanding, potentially derailing Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's ambitious Vision 2030 reform agenda. This initiative aims to transition Saudi Arabia, the world's largest crude oil exporter, away from fossil fuels. The Crown Prince has unveiled 15 upcoming megaprojects set to transform Saudi Arabia over the next decade. These projects involve investments totaling billions of dollars and aim to diversify the economy away from oil, create jobs, and enhance the country's international reputation as a leading hub for trade and tourism. Notable projects include Al-Ulam. Saudi Arabia is in the process of transforming this historic site into an international destination through the Journey Through Time master plan led by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Amrala, this grand project, spanning 3,800 square kilometers, is set to redefine sustainable development and become a prominent global hospitality destination. It will feature 14 of the world's top hotel brands, residential accommodations, high-end fashion establishments, an arts academy, and various cultural facilities. Diriyah, Saudi Arabia's historic city of Diriyah, is being renewed as the country's cultural capital, with plans to develop it into a world-class lifestyle destination for culture, heritage, hospitality, retail, and education. The Line at Neom. This futuristic linear city, part of the $500 billion NEOM project, will incorporate advanced technologies like artificial intelligence in its design, creating a mixed-use development for work, leisure, and living. These plans reflect Saudi Arabia's aspiration for a stable Gulf region and prosperous cooperation with all actors, including Iran. Meanwhile, hundreds of U.S. Jewish activists have peacefully occupied the Statue of Liberty in New York, demanding an end to Israel's actions in Gaza and a ceasefire. They wore T-shirts with slogans such as "Jews demand ceasefire now" and "Not in our name," while unfurling banners with messages like "The whole world is watching and Palestinians should be free." Protests supporting Palestine have been taking place in the United States since the conflict began a month ago, with large demonstrations in Washington, D.C. and other cities. Encourage our hard work by liking and sharing this video with your family and friends. Hit the subscribe button to stay up to speed with the latest development in Palestine. Until we see in our next update, take care.